Hello everyone, Kaylee here. Today we are going to talk a little bit more about how to manage Mac work that's moves, adds, and changes. Um, Within our drawing, recently I did a video and we talked about how to manage it within your drawing using alternatives. So we have an as-built and then we have a proposed, and that way we can effectively manage those moves, adds, and changes through just notating where they are. We're going to take a step further now and we're going to actually create a bill of materials from those areas using the reconfiguration tool. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start on my as-built. And I'm just going to zoom into this area here. I've made it pretty simple. I have like 3 tables and 18 chairs. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the reconfiguration tool to show a compare between the two. I've got the proposed where I've added a different chair. So that's what we're going to try to attempt to do. Okay, so first thing we want to do is you start in your as-built. I'm going to go up to my tools menu and go to part tagging. And I've created underneath, you could create this under any of the categories, but I've created this one underneath the tag 1. And so I have my as-built. And what I did is I took my tagging rectangle and I highlighted the areas on my as-built that I want to reflect in this compare. And then I went over to my proposed drawing and I created a new category here, and I selected the proposed items that I want to compare. All right, so once you've done that, so again, we've got as-built on the as-built tagged, and then we click into the proposed, and we have the proposed tag. I added a little bit of description. I have a work request number that I attached to that tag just for clarity, and so I can find things a little bit easier later. So now I'm going to close the part tagging, and we're going to go into our calculations. So up on the top right-hand corner of your screen, I'm going to click on calculation. On your as-built alternative, you can see here I have created a new article view, and I only have a couple items. I've got 3 tables and 18 chairs. But in order to do that, what I did is I went into my view settings, and I went over to the filter section and I filtered it by that part tag that we created. So let me come down here. So click on the tag 1 and I just unchecked. So you can uncheck all and just check the as-built, the one that we created that part tag for. So it's going to only show you the items that were in that area. Okay. So once you have that, great. Let's move on. We're going to go to the proposed. And I did the same thing here. Let's refresh. There we go. And I'm going to go into, again, my view settings dialog box here. And I'm going to go to the filter section. And just to show you what I did here, I went into the filter section and I filtered the items by the proposed work request number tag. Okay. So this is the purple, and if I would switch over to my as-built, then this is the yellow, okay? All right, once we're good with that, we're ready to go into the reconfiguration tool. So on your component tabs, the reconfiguration tool looks like this little circle icon here. And all we're going to do is we're going to hit Start Reconfiguration. All right, so that's going to bring up my box here, and we want to pick first, we want to start with the existing. So we're going to double click on the existing, and you're going to select the drawing that you want to bring in the article view from. So that's the name of my drawing. I'm going to click it open. So once you do that, now you're going to get the ability to choose which alternative in your drawing. So we obviously want for the existing product, the as-built, right? And then we created that new article view. So we're going to pick that as-built article view. And that's what we're going to use to compare against. So we say, okay, just click that OK button. So then we're going to move on to the proposed. So double click on the proposed depot. We're going to choose the same drawing. All right, once that drawing loads, then you're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to choose the proposed. And our article view is going to be that proposed work request number. We say OK. So now when we click on our compare, you can see that we have three of the tables, that three proposed, three existing, and then three reusing. We can easily see that we have 18 of the existing chairs and we have them excess because we're not no longer using those chairs. And then we have 18 proposed of this MV chair. And so then new to proposed, we would order 18 of these new chairs. Now, if you want to export this to a CIF file, you can just by clicking on the depots. You can click on any of these depots and export them to a CIF file. So I'm just going to go to the new one. And once you click on there, you can just go to this export articles from this view. You can click your CIF format that you want to CIF it over to. And then once you select that correct format and where you want to save it, just hit that export button. And now you have your CIF file that you can order from. Hope you enjoyed this tips. Thanks for watching. And as always, have fun creating.